Hello and welcome to another episode of the Complete Rider Motorcycle Review. In this episode we take a look at the mighty Yamaha FJR1300. I'll show you some of the features that make this bike the super sports tourer it's famous for being. And then we'll give it a rev view. What's a review, I hear you say? Well, we'll rev up the tacho and give it a completely 100% biased and unscientific score. Sort of like this. Today we're heading all the way back to 2010, when this bike seemed so futuristic for its time. Apple had just launched the iPad and sold 3 million of them in the first 3 months. Our life was just about to become all about apps and ebooks. Angry Birds was just released and was the game to play on it, while that new Instagram thing gave us our 15 seconds of fame and wasted way too much of our time. Your significant other made you watch Twilight Eclipse. The things we do. But the trade-off was we got to watch the girl with the dragon tattoo. We lost the hilarious Leslie Nielsen and gained One Direction. It just doesn't seem right, does it? And while all this was happening, Yamaha was selling a swag of what has been described as the ultimate super sports tourer. A fantastic mix of power, handling, comfort and versatility. The FJR lineage dates back to the early 1980s with the FJ1300, followed by the FJ1200, which were loved by all that rode them. With the FJR1300 being introduced worldwide in the early 2000s and upgrades being introduced over time, it got even better. And it's still in production today in 2021. At the heart of this mighty package is the 1298cc inline 4-cylinder liquid-cooled electronic fuel-injected fed power plant, pumping out 145 horsepower at 8,500 RPM with a massive 125 Newton meters or 92 foot-pounds of torque. It was able to propel the 292 kilogram or 645 pounds of mass down the quarter mile at 11.4 seconds and had a top speed of 245 kilometers an hour or 150 miles per hour. Its 25-litre fuel tank or 6.6 gallons should get you about 400 kilometers or 250 miles before a fill is needed. It's only got a 5-speed gearbox. Why? Because that's all it needs. And it's finished off with shaft drive because who could be bothered with a chain when you could be having so much fun riding? Its 48mm conventional forks are pretty standard, but the bike's aftermarket Australian Wilbur's rear shock helps it handle better than new. And that's saying something, as it was quite renowned in its day in the sports tourer genre. Its braking power was also revered at the time, with twin 320mm front and a single 283mm rear disc with ABS as standard, rounding out the package with a 120/70/17 front and a 180/55/17 rear tyre. If you like this video so far, I'll give you a second to like and subscribe. It will help other riders find this video too. Its seat is height adjustable to suit all riders' shapes and sizes, starting at 805mm or 31.7 inches, and it can go up an inch from there. And the creature comforts just keep coming. With an adjustable height windscreen, it also comes standard with hard panniers styled and colour-coded to suit the bike, which incidentally are no wider than the mirrors. This bike also has original equipment heated grips, an aftermarket cruise control, tinted screen, lighter and louder mufflers, and a top box that allows you to carry the kitchen sink if needed. The FJR1300's headlights were known to be incredibly bright in their day, one thing that is often overlooked by many bike manufacturers, but is vital for big mile smashing bikes like this. The instrument panel is part analog and part LCD, showing you everything you need at a glance. This bike is owned by a friend of mine who also owns last episode's Harley-Davidson V-Rod, and will feature another one of his bikes soon, which is a real treat. What's the piece de resistance, I hear you ask? Well, I think it's the FJR's versatility. Long distance mile eater, lane filtering commuter, ridiculously quick through the twisties. It will carry all your gear, including those 5 pairs of shoes and hairdryer, and whatever else you think you need. Even your passenger will love it too. If you could only have one bike to do everything you wanted, this is the bike for you, the FJR1300. And now it's time to have a listen and a ride on this great all-rounder. It's time to give it a REV view. Well, I'm giving it 13 grand. It should have been higher, but its size, even though it's incredibly nimble, may not be everybody's cup of tea. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll leave you with some final shots of one of the best all-round bikes ever made. A bike that will still look modern 20 years from now and will always bring a smile to your face. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe or comment below. Thanks for watching.